Look at this monster. Beautiful looking scorpion. This was one shown in the video down at Van Dyke's. And we got our scale zeroed out here. Let's just put this apple-like pepper on here. Let's see what we get. 24 grams. Oh, frick. There you go. Look at it. It almost clogs the whole sink, guys. I try to wash everything and inspect everything before I dehydrate it. You know, you'd be surprised. Sometimes last year, cutting open peppers and just the amount of black and gnarliness you'd find inside the pepper. 2 fiery days later. All right, so here's the first fruits from Monster Heat's garden, guys. And I know it's not very plentiful, but hopefully in another week or two here, it will be. And we got a bunch of chocolates from that one big plant out back with all the insects or caterpillars. And then we got the long hot Portugal. We got some Chinese 5 peppers over here. And then we got 2 very unripe golden primatalis, which I swear in the sunlight, I thought they were a little more riper, but my eyes are bad. But here's what we got on the go, but I have been dehydrating a bunch, and the ones I have in the blender here right now are from Van Dyke's greenhouse. Let me show you guys. Take the top off. There's how we're looking, boy. I got a bunch from Van Dyke's in there. Dehydrated all her pods, a lot of them anyway. And I don't got nothing left from dye, but I also got this. Look. We got some garlic powder and some onion powder. And what I want to do, I basically want to make a pepper blend, pepper powder blend mixture of super hots and garlic and onion. And you know, for me, okay, like it is great to have the hot sauce and all that. But if I'm eating mashed potatoes, right, I'm not going to put hot sauce, at least not all the time, on my mashed potatoes. But I will put a super fiery hot pepper blend of powder on just a sprinkling on my potatoes. Man, it is so good, guys. So good. So my plan right now, okay, we got the garlic powder here. I am just going to take, let's just do this. Yeah. I don't want to go much with the garlic powder, but we do want to add maybe a teaspoon to a tablespoon. That's probably way too much. Or as garlic. You can never have enough garlic, right, guys? Onion. Onion, of course, is not open. Take the cap off here. But my plan is to dehydrate a bunch more. I'm going to keep dehydrating and keep dehydrating and add some pep. Get a nice, just something like that. There we go. There we go, guys. Put our lid back on. But these are pretty cool, right? Just put it on. And then what I'll do, guys, and then it even has a lid too. All right, dollar store. And then that'll go right in my lunchbox out for work. And then, you know, I can just sprinkle on some TV dinners or whatever and be good to go. I may go outside to blend this up. Okay, guys, we're back outside. And I kind of only got the one plug lower to the house here, but I got her propped up in a chair here. And, you know, one thing, you always want to be careful doing this. I was doing this last year and I tried doing it in my basement, and I had way more super hots. I had like the whole thing full. Because if you look, this is a brand new blender. And what happened to me, I had like the majority of my super hots I had in there. I was dehydrating for days, almost a week, different runs of super hots. And I had like, my plan was to do the same thing, make a bunch of pepper blend powder. And you know, I didn't have my, like the extension cord, the cord on these is so small. So the cord I had in my basement at the old place, it was so small, the plug was so high, so I had to plug it in up near halfway up the wall. I had nowhere to set this, the old one. So I had my hand on the bottom, had my hand on the top, press the start. I was trying to keep her together, you know, and then the whole thing just kicked out on me in the middle, and everything smashed. This part smashed all over the basement floor. Pepper powder went everywhere. So it is good to do it outside if you can. So everybody cover your ears. Not dropping it this time, bar. No frickin' way. You know, that's gonna give us 2 jars, I think. Looks like a lot of powder in there. That was a lot of super hots from Dye. We want it fine though. I don't mind a little bit of chunkiness, but... So sorry if you couldn't hear me there, guys. We do want it a fine powder. Like, it's okay if it's a little chunky, but want it a little more finer than what it's looking like right there. You can still see a lot of chunks in there. So let's get a little finer. Ooh. Puree. That's what I got my setting on. You know, the other thing you want to be careful of, guys, when you're blending pepper powder is when you take the lid off. Now that we blended everything up, it will be fumy, and it's enough to choke you and almost take your breath away. So if you are going to do this indoors, have a well ventilated area that you're going to do it in. Preferably have a mask on. That's why I did come outside. And yeah, it's very, very fumy. It'll choke you. I may just crack the top up there first. Crack the top. It's kind of like a little pour valve there, eh? But we'll let it fume out for a bit. I don't know, I may run it one more time. Like, I think it's kind of where I want it. I may do... Like, see, that was the thing for me. I have all them great flavorful pods from Dye. So I did want to use them all in a pepper blend for my food. And then I'm thinking the primatalis over there, the chocolate primatalis, I may just, I'm thinking of dehydrating more. I'll dehydrate a bunch of them and maybe start another tink. I do have another tincture down the basement, which I'm about to filter. I'm going to filter and evaporate it down a bit more and bottle that one. So, and then once that one's done, I may start the chocolate primatali tink. So yeah, but yeah, you definitely, guys, if you are going to do this indoors, man, I can't stress it enough. You don't make the mistakes I have made in the past. You definitely, you want to be careful. Look at all the powder up in there, eh? Jeez. Okay, guys, now I'm just going to take my blender, bring it over here, show you what I got on the go. So I'm just going to pour it right in there, guys, right in to my jar. We got 2 jars there, and hopefully it fills them. That would be nice, right? Because for me, like I said, I just think for me, more pepper powder the better, right? And I think it'll be way better to get 2. I'd be so happy with that. I'm just worried about this freaking lid staying on. Shall we try it? Let's go right in the funnel. Again, dollar store funnels here. At least this way it's all outside, not causing a mess or fumes in the basement. Well ventilated area. You know what? I think we're only going to get one jar, guys. Interesting. Maybe 1 and a bit. Just making sure my lid's on good and tight. Just because of the dog. I don't want the dog coming out here and getting stuff. And don't worry about the powder. That should be just a chunk of powder. Yep. We should be good. Give her a few taps. Let's go with the other one. Let's start on the other one, guys. So we got one. You guys see that? Yeah. Just in case anything happens, you guys can be my witnesses. I know you know what's going on. Don't worry. I know. I just want to show you. That way you guys can keep an eye on Monster Heat. So, and as all the powder accumulates at the top, it's kind of hard to get it out the funnel. So you can see a bit of powder in there, right? And you can see the powder in there. I don't know. I'm thinking that's all going to be one. I think this... That's crazy, though. That was like... I dehydrated like 40 some pods from dye. Everything she gave me except for the ones I ate. And there we have it. But, you know, that will last me a great while. Okay, everybody, so here we go. Almost got a full shaker of pepper powder. And this will be going to great use on a lot of mashed potatoes and various other food items and chicken drumsticks and other meat items on the barbecue. But this is also your first step in making a pepper tincture. Like if I wanted to take this pepper powder now, I know a lot of chili heads out there know this already, but like for my friends and family, or my Uncle Bill, or my Uncle Larry, the guys that were in Dye's video, Van Dyke's Greenhouse video, the Thrill Show video, you guys could take this, both of my uncles, you guys could do this yourselves and make a super hot pepper tincture that I think you guys would enjoy. Or maybe I would make one for you, right? But you would take this pepper tincture, you could add it into a bigger mason jar, right? And then you just want to come probably an inch or two above the powder with high grade or high proof alcohol, rum or vodka, and really extract the capsaicin from the powder. You really want to extract it. And then you let it sit for a while and shake it every couple of days, right? And you would then filter it, evaporate it down. You could even evaporate it to the point to making an extract, which I think you guys would both love. But for me though, I do love pepper powders almost as much as hot sauce. And for me, it almost adds and brings a different element for me that I thoroughly have been enjoying. So yeah, I'm so happy about this.